All righty. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are going to wait just another minute here. A few more folks are joining in. Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right. All right, everyone. All right, I did put a poll up on the screen here. If you guys wouldn't mind answering that. Our new program this year is paintball, and we are still figuring some stuff out for paintball. So we are wondering, would your scouts take paintball during a merit badge as an activity? There would be an additional fee to that, and we're still working out those details. But our initial question to all of you is um, would you take that as a class? And it should be in the chat if I did that correctly. Perfect. Yep. So if you open up the chat function, you'll be able to see that. My question didn't fully get typed, but there would be an additional fee for that. And I'm not sure what that fee would be. And as a reminder, it's not a merit badge. It would just be an activity similar to like snorkeling or stand-up paddleboarding.
So just to be clear, that's in lieu of a merit badge slot or as an additional Wednesday activity?
We will for sure have paintball options for troop paintball in the evenings and on Wednesday. But this would be in lieu of a merit badge time. So either an A, B, C, or D, you would be able to take paintball for an additional cost. And we're just trying to get feelers out there if this is something that you all would like to see for our very first year of offering paintball. Okay. And that poll is in the chat. So if you all would mind answering that. And for the merit badges, any scouts would be able to take, or during that time slot, any scout would be able to take it. And then I'll get into more paintball stuff later on in the presentation. So. Okay, we are going to get started here. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. There we go. All right, so welcome everyone to our pre-camp leaders meeting. This meeting is being recorded, so I will get this posted up on our YouTube channel and send that link out hopefully tomorrow. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Missy Hendricks, and I'm the program director for the Northern Lights Council. So I oversee all of our program and camping opportunities at all of our properties. I also oversee our Cub Scout Day Camp and Cub Scout Resident Camp as well. On the screen here is my cell phone number, and you can give me a call or send me a text for anything, and then my email address is on there too. Okay. So camperships are our financial assistance. So we believe that every scout should have the opportunity to attend camp. We do cover up to 50% of the fees, and this is for in-council and out-of-council units. Camperships are due on April 1st, and it is just an online application. And then our camping committee goes in and approves those fees, whatever we would discount. So after April 1st, within the 5 days, our camping committee meets. The discounted, whatever those fees are, will get applied before early bird. So we need those camperships in by April 1st. All right. Also, we do have an action track chair out at Camp Wilderness. So if any of your scouts would like to use that, it's a giant wheelchair on tracks. It's free to use. So if you do have any of your youth or adults that need some extra assistance with mobility, please let us know. And that is free to use. Just send me an email. All right, a few upcoming important dates, and I do have this at the very end of the slide as well, and I sent it out in the email. Coming up next week already, we have Merit Badge registration for Scouts BSA Summer Camp. April 1st are those camperships that are due. April 4th, the Northern Tier reservations are due. April 10th, early bird payments are due in full. May 15th, the unit t-shirt store closes, and then also on May 15th, sign up for 2027 opens up as well. So for our March 11th date of Merit Badge registration, we do stagger the times that you'll be able to register for classes. So you will be able to start registering at 9 a.m. And then, so week 1 is at 9, week 2 is at 10, 3 is at 11, week 4 is at 12, and week 5 is at 1. Just so we don't overload the system, it'll spread everybody out so we can help answer questions too. So at the time of your registration, and I'm going to go over the registration process at the end of the presentation, your $100 per scout deposit is due in order for you to register for classes. After you make your $100 deposit, myself and Amber in the Bismarck office will go in and manually discount. If you booked before January 1st to get the $80 off per youth, we'll go in and manually do that. It's not going to happen automatically. So go ahead and make that deposit. And then Amber and I are going to be watching in there, and then we'll go in and discount it for you. It's not going to happen automatically, but you're going to want to make sure you get your $100 deposit in before Merit Badge signups. Otherwise, it can get kind of messy, and it'll just make the process go a lot smoother. And again, I'll go in how you do that here at the end of the presentation. Okay. Let's see here. And then unit t-shirts. So this is our unit t-shirt this year for our 80th anniversary that you can order online. They're $25 a shirt. There is youth and adult sizes both available. You must place them by the 15th at 11:59 p.m. And then these are going to drop ship directly to whatever shipping address you put on there. They're not going to be at camp ready for you. They're going to go to the address that you choose. And then there is free shipping on orders that are over $100. Anything less than $100, there is the $12 shipping fee. Okay. Health form. So all participants, youth and adult, need the health form. They need parts A, B, and C filled out prior to your arrival at camp. And part C is the one that needs to be signed by a physician. So any physician that you go to, a chiropractor does not count as that. It does need to be a physician. Health forms are good for 1 calendar year to the end of that month. So say you got your physical done on July 1st of 2025, That physical is going to be good until July 31st of 2026. So it's good through the calendar month, the year after you get it. Say your physical expires midweek of camp, you would need a new physical whenever that new date is. So just keep that in mind. And all youth and all adults need parts A, B, and C filled out. Say you have an adult that's coming midweek. So you have adult that's going to be there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and another one that's coming Wednesday. They still need that part C because it's the duration of the camp and not the amount of days that they're going to be there. So anybody, even if they're coming just for one night, they still need that part C filled out and signed by a physician. Okay, next is dietary allergies. So we will accommodate dietary allergies. There is an attached form on the event. We also will accommodate vegetarian and vegan. There is an additional cost for that. Just that food is a little bit more expensive for us to purchase. So this form just needs to be filled out, and then we also will accommodate for dietary and religious reasons too. So you can get this filled out and you can email this over to me. All right, registered adults. So every unit will receive one free adult to attend camp, and this will automatically go on your registration. It'll automatically take that free adult on there. It'll bring the total down to 0. It is the policy of the Northern Lights Council and Scouting America that you have to have 2 registered adult leaders that are over the age of 21. If you are a female unit, you need to have at least one of them that is a female. And then every adult that comes to camp and spends the night needs to be registered with Scouting America, and they need to take YPT prior to their arrival. So that's just the online course. And if anyone needs help accessing that course, you can email me and I can send you the link on how to do that. And I'm not monitoring the chat right now. It's just me on. Our program director couldn't make it. So I'll answer questions here at the end as well. Okay, so these are our core classes that are offered. All of these are listed in our leader's guide. Every single year we offer these classes. The ones with the asterisk are Eagle required. And then our outposts for the year, we are doing whitewater rafting and the Northern Tier excursion, which I will get into here shortly. All right, and this is our rotating merit badges. So this year we're offering archaeology, board sailing, composite materials, plumbing, salesmanship, search and rescue, sustainability, theater, and whitewater rafting.
This is all as in expressed in the leader's manual, correct?
Correct, yep. All right, and then here is our block scheduling that we are offering throughout the week. We do have a few classes that do start before the regular merit badge class time is. So we offer 4 core merit badges, sessions A, B, C, and D. So for those of you that are just joining in the chat, there is a poll. We are wondering if your scouts would be interested in taking paintball for either session A, B, C, or D throughout the week for an additional fee. Please answer that question. And I'll get to more paintball stuff here, but it would just be a replacement for either A, B, C, or D. And then life-saving merit badge is early, and then cooking merit badge runs Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 9 to 1. So they will be eating lunch while they are at cooking merit badge. Cooking 2 is Monday and Tuesday night from 6 to 9 p.m. You do not need to take cooking 1 in order to take cooking 2. Cooking 2 is just the trail portion of the cooking merit badge.
Is Trailblazers the first year camper program?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Missy, I have a quick question about that cooking 1 because it does butt right up to the next session. They'll eat lunch as part of cooking, so they can take a session B like the afternoon, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Do the Trailblazers sign up for an afternoon merit badge?
Yes. Yep. So if they take Trailblazers in the morning, then they'll be able to take sessions B and D. So they'll be able to sign up for afternoon classes. And vice versa. If they want to take the afternoon class, then they can sign up for morning merit badge classes. All right, here are a few additional activities that we offer throughout the week. So we will be offering a constellation climb that's located at our climbing tower. It's when it's starting to get dark out, we light it up with a bunch of cool glow sticks. We have fun music playing, and it's a ton of fun. There is a special patch for all of these too. Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. we have the polar bear swim down at the waterfront. Wednesday, we have Wake Up Wednesday, which is down at the cooking area. We have local coffee down there, and you can just enjoy the beautiful view of Bad Axe Lake. On Wednesday night, there is a chapel service. And then Thursday, there's Terrific Tomahawk Thursday. We have a water carnival, and I'll get into that shortly here too, that has the Ironman competition, and Friday's Fantastic Fishing Friday. Give me 1 second. I'm going to admit a few folks that are in the waiting room. I think we're good now. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so here is our classes by session. All of this is in the leader's guide as well. What is offered which time. We did, for this presentation, add the paintball blitz on there under high adventure. Again, that is to be determined after this meeting. We will make that decision if we're going to be offering that during the merit badge classes.
Hey, Missy, one question about that paintball. I think maybe I joined a minute or two late. I don't seem to be able to scroll back in the chat for that
okay.
link.
Okay, I will re-add it here in a second because I know there's a
Yep.
lot more folks that are in.
Yep,
I'll re-add
that's
that
great.
poll too. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Also, we have open programs. So a few of our areas, Fishing, Scout Crafts, Nature Lodge, and the Health Lodge, these are all open time programs. So they can go at any time from 3 to 5 and start these classes. So sometimes you look at our schedule and you're like, oh, they can only take 4 merit badges. Actually, they can earn all of these additional merit badges. They can just go to that program area, like to the Health Lodge, and say, hey, I want to start the first aid merit badge. And the counselors there will start that merit badge for them, and they can work on it throughout the week. So all of these are additional ones. Okay. So our new excursion this year is whitewater rafting. So this is a guided rafting tour up in Duluth. We will have our scouts leave camp about 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and they get back about 5 p.m. We do want them to be a swimmer, and it is $80 a person to go on this excursion. So we'll drive them up to Duluth. They'll do the whitewater rafting excursion. We will provide lunch or breakfast and lunch for them on the way. They'll make it back in time for dinner. And then they do the whole guided tour. We don't do any of that. We just drive you there and drive you back. And this is first come, first serve. We have spots for 14 people. We open it up to the youth first, and then about a week or two before summer camp, if those spots are still available, then I'll open it up for adults to be able to sign up for that too. And they will earn the whitewater rafting merit badge by taking this class.
Any age limitations on this?
There is not. Nope.
Our kids did it 2 years ago and they loved it, Missy.
Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to kind of go through our daily schedule. I won't go like super in depth into it, but on Sunday or on Saturdays, we do allow for early arrivals. So if your troop is traveling from a far distance and they would like to arrive early on a Saturday, they sure can. There's a spot on your registration where you can pay that $50 fee, so I know who's coming early. This year, any unit can arrive early, but you would have to arrive after 4 o'clock, just so our staff can get a little bit of extra time off. Then on Sunday, we do assign check-in time. So a week prior to you coming to camp, I will send out your arrival time for Sundays. So anytime between 1 and 3. It is best for your unit to check in all at one time, just to make the process go a little bit faster. We do then have a commissioner meeting at 4, a tour of new camp for our campers, flag, and then our meals are all together all at once. We have an adult leader meeting and SPL meeting that evening. I do have on here merit badge and activity sign up. This is for if anyone would like to change any merit badge classes. And then we do have our opening campfire after that at 8:30. That is put on by camp staff. All
How
right,
about the
so,
ability?
oh,
One
go ahead,
question,
what?
how about the ability to request a check-in, for example, late in the window, accounting for travel time on Sunday? Is that possible?
So you would arrive after 3 o'clock?
Not long after, but close to 3 or just after. Can we
Yeah.
communicate that?
Yep, absolutely. Just send me an email and we can make that happen.
Great, thank you.
Yep. All right. So our Monday schedule is breakfast in the morning from 7 to 8. All of our meals, you can come at any time during that meal. You do not have to be there right at 7 o'clock. You can have all of your scouts come at 7:30 if you'd like, or 7:45. And then we have a flag ceremony, our adult leader meeting, and then we jump into our merit badge classes. A few things Monday evening. We do have a Trailblazer trek that's mandatory for all Trailblazers, but anybody can go on. It is the 5-mile hike. And then we do have adult leader cope that night too. And then of course there's going to be troop activities and those signups will all be in our administration building. Also on your registration, I put a little note here on the side. We do make adult leader and senior patrol leader name tags. So when you know who your senior patrol leader is, you can add that to your registration and we'll have a name tag ready for them too. Oops, wrong way. Okay, Tuesday morning, we have the polar bear swim, and then the rest of the midday is the same as Monday. The only difference is Tuesday night, we have open time and troop activities again, and then we have the cast iron chef competition. So the cast iron chef competition is you would cook something in your campsite. We have 2 categories, sweet and savory. And then there's a youth competition and an adult competition. And our summer camp program director picked the secret ingredient and he picked Dr. Pepper for this year. So you don't have to use Dr. Pepper. You will get bonus points for it. So start thinking what you would like to cook. You can cook an appetizer, entree, side, dessert, whatever you would like. It just needs to be cooked in your campsite and brought up for 5 judges to have that evening. And then after that, we do have that constellation climb that I visited about earlier. All right, so Wednesday is our open day. We have a ton of activities going on. We have Wake Up Wednesday that starts in the morning, and then the whole day is yours. You can go off-site if you would like. In the Leader's Guide, there's a big list of things if you want to go up to Itasca State Park, or you want to rent bikes, or you want to go on a fishing excursion, whatever you would like to do. On camp, we have a ton of activities going on. The troop activities like paintball and troop pontooning. There's tomahawk throwing and foraging, and there's so much stuff that'll be happening on camp that day as well. You will be cooking lunch and dinner in your campsite, and I'll be sending out what those ingredients are to everybody. Lunch is this yummy pizza pasta that you'll be cooking, and then dinner it's called cabin packets. It's kind of like a hobo dinner in a way, so I'll send that out to everybody too, with what those ingredients are going to be. But we will provide all of that for you, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then Wednesday evening, we have the worship service, which is our Chapel in the Pines, that is followed by Commissioner Campfire as well. And then, also on Wednesday, we do have the Adult Leader Appreciation Lunch that's going to be happening at 12 o'clock. So that is a steak lunch, and it is amazing. Our Scout Executive usually comes down for that too, to visit with everybody. And then while you're all at your lunch, our camp staff members head out to the campsites to give all of you a little bit of midweek break too. So that's really fun. All right, so Thursday is the same schedule as before. The only difference is we have Terrific Tomahawk Thursday, which is now from 3 to 5. It's not an early morning activity. 3 to 5, you can go down and shoot a bunch of tomahawks or throw a bunch of tomahawks, and there's a fun patch for that too. And then on Thursday evening, we do have the Water Carnival and Ironman competition down at the waterfront. So what the Water Carnival is we have a canoe tug of war. So you would need 2 scouts to participate in that. So basically it's 2 canoes that are tied together and they have to paddle to cross the finish line. There is a greased watermelon competition, one for SPLs and one for adult leaders. And then there is the world famous belly flop competition too. There is no age requirements to do any of these. There is signups for them in the administration building. And then afterwards, after the water carnival, we have the Camp Wilderness famous Ironman competition. So there is a junior Ironman that is for scouts 13 and under, and a senior Ironman for scouts that are 14 and older. You would need one swimmer, two canoers, two runners, so one short distance and one long distance, and one adult leader to eat the orange at the very end. So start getting your teams together now. Adults, start practicing your orange eating skills. This competition is fierce. It is so much fun to watch. If you have some scouts that are in between that 13 and 14 age and you're not sure to do junior or senior, just talk with Ryan. He's our aquatics director and he'll let you know which one to join, but you definitely don't want to miss out on that one. Okay. And then Friday, so we have Fantastic Fishing Friday going on all day this summer. And then we have merit badge classes and then a very important class called Nap On Safely. So how all of you can learn how to properly take a nap at camp. And then that evening, we do have our closing campfire that is put on by all of you. All of your scouts and leaders will put on the closing campfire. So start thinking of songs, skits, and run-ons now. Start practicing at your troop meetings. And yeah. Okay, now I'm going to dive into a few program-specific things that we've had quite a few questions on so far. So the first one is our ATV1 program. So that's our tier 1 program. It is $45 per scout and you have to be at least 14 to take it. There is an online course that is on our website and I will email out the link to, and it's through the ASI. They have to take the ASI version of the course and they have to bring that certificate with them. They also need to make sure they have long pants, over the ankle boots, and a long sleeve shirt to be able to go riding as well. All right, our next one is COPE. We've had a few questions on this. So that's challenging outdoor personal experience. Scouts have to be at least 13 years old. And what this is, it's like a communication team building program that they do throughout the entire week. They start with activities that are on the ground, team building activities that are on the ground, and then they work their way up to our elements, and then they work their way up to the high ropes course, and they go down the 425-foot zip line. It is so much fun. We also have the adult leader cope that'll be happening where you'll be able to go down the zip line. And then new this year, we have troop pines and zip lines, and I'll get to that in a few slides too. All right, and now the next one is Northern Tier. So we have had quite a few folks register for our Northern Tier excursion. So Northern Tier is one of the high adventure bases owned by Scouting America, and this is up by Ely. So we do have a partnership with them, and it is cheaper to book through us than it is directly through Northern Tier. So say you have some older scouts that they want to do something new, they want to go up to the Boundary Waters, and the rest of your scouts want to stay at camp. You can come to camp on Saturday. Sunday morning, we'll drive your scouts and adults up to Northern Tier, and then they'll do a 5-day canoe trek, and then we'll go and get them on Friday evening, and they'll be back in time for closing campfire. So it is $550 per person. They need to be at least 14 or have completed the 8th grade at age 13, and they have to be a swimmer. So we also need a minimum of 4 scouts and 2 adults to go on it. We do not provide any of the leadership. So you would have to provide your own leadership and have someone with wilderness first aid to go on the trek. And we are offering that this coming April at our spring camp. But this is an incredible opportunity. I know one of our sessions is already full and I've had a few folks reach out to me. Right now, Northern Tier is working on if we can add additional crews. So if you went and logged on and it says it's full, please send me an email. If you did, send me another email. And I will see if we can get you in on a second crew there. But I know for sure at least one of the weeks are full. But if we have more, we can definitely look at opening up another crew as well. And you do have to be registered to come to camp. You have to have some scouts coming to camp in order to get in on this price as well. Okay,
Missy,
so next
Missy, can I ask?
oh,
I'm sorry,
sure, go
can
ahead.
I ask a very, very quick question about the wilderness first aid requirement? If we have an adult leader who's an MD, would that supersede the need for wilderness first aid?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, that's a helpful clarification. Thank you.
Yep, not a problem. Alrighty, so now we are going to jump into everything new for 2026. And yes, we are having patches for all of these fun activities. It's our 80th anniversary of Camp Wilderness, and we wanted to go out with a lot of fun new things this year. So the first one that we are going into is called ATV Ablaze, which is our ATV 2, and that is the patch that they're working on as well. So this is a 3-hour excursion. It's $25 a scout. You do have to take ATV 1 in order to take ATV 2. So what they are going to be bringing their swim gear with them, and they're going to be going to some lakes on camp property that they have never swam in before, which will be a lot of fun. And we are going to be offering this. I did adjust. I'm going to be uploading the new leader's guide here by the end of the week, depending on what we do with paintball. But I did add additional courses of ATV 2 onto our schedule. So just keep an eye out for that. I think I put it in block B. So there will be 3 ATV 1s, and then there'll be 1 block B, and then Wednesday will be the ATV 2. So keep an eye out for that. I know there's a ton of people that are very excited for this tier 2 program.
Missy, I have a question. If they did ATV 1 at camp prior, are they qualified to do then this one this year at camp? Okay.
Yep. All right. So the next one is the Osprey Paintball Blitz. So we have already cleared the spot for paintball. So for those folks that have been to Camp Wilderness before, pretend that you just turn to go down to the fishing area. So you just turn right on the road and there's the power lines. One goes up towards Scout Crafts and the other one goes kind of towards Cub Camp. The one that goes towards Cub Camp, that's where the paintball range is going to be. So we are very busy. Andy got it all cleared. We have our big shed that's already purchased. We're going to be pouring concrete. We're going to be putting up the range this spring. It's going to be great. So right now we have it just for the troop activities on Wednesday and a few evening troop times too. So again, I'm going to put that up here in the chat, that poll. I'm actually going to do that right now here. Just give me 1 second. Alrighty. All right, so I just dropped it in the chat again. Should have went there. Yes. Okay. So that poll is in there again. Please let me know if your scouts would be interested in taking that. There would be an additional fee for it, and it would take up one of their merit badge classes. Okay. So, and then this patch will again will also be available in the trading post. And just so everyone knows, for paintball, we surveyed our scouts the past 3 summers. And this was the top activity that they all wanted to do. So we are so excited that we are able to make this dream come true. Our next one is called Castaway Kitchen. So down in our cooking area, our staff created this program last year during our Cub Camp. We were brainstorming what we can do. So kind of imagine that you are stranded on a remote island and you are given, you only have the gear that you carry. You're going to be given a mystery bundle of ingredients, random cooking tools, and you're going to have to use your scout skills to prepare things. So we're going to bring in orienteering, like you might have to get ingredients out of a tree. You're going to have to make everything with whatever is down there or whatever you bring with you. If your troop wants to do that, if 2 scouts want to do it, if adult leaders just want to do it, it's completely up to you. There's going to be signups in the black building. There's a few different times on Wednesday where this be happening, and we'll have about 5 slots per time frame. So it's going to be so much fun and very, very interesting. But make sure you sign up for that once you get out to camp too. And then there'll be judges down there to taste the food. And then we'll, excuse me, announce the winners at our closing campfire for that. But the patch is one of my favorite patches that we designed.
Just
Okay,
to
so the next-
clarify with you, for this event, we're not bringing any food with us. You're just gonna hand us surprise ingredients?
Yep.
Thanks.
All right, so the next one is the Navigator Challenge. So this is going to take place out of our Trailblazer area that your scouts can sign up for, adults can sign up for, a troop can sign up to do it. It's going to be about a 1-mile course throughout Camp Wilderness. Our Trailblazer committee met last week and they have the new trails and courses mapped out, and Ranger Andy got that as well, and Andy is very excited to be able to cut some new trails that nobody has been on before. So definitely make sure you sign up for this one too. Andy always loves a good excuse to use the brush hog and get the cats, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, and now the next one that I'd like to announce is Troop Pines and Zip Lines. So from our surveys, a lot of folks circled that they'd like to do zip lining, but they didn't circle that they wanted to do cope. So that's either telling us they're not quite sure what cope is, or they just want to specifically do the zip lining portion of cope. So we are offering a few different times that troops can sign up to just go down to the cope area and do the zip lining. And then there is the special patch for that too. So it's a 2-hour time slot that they'll be able to go, and you can sign up for that in the Black Building as well. All right, so troop tie-dyeing, we introduced this last year and it went over well. And so we're bringing it back again. So if your troop would like to tie-dye t-shirts at camp, you can purchase the t-shirts in the trading post, or you can pre-purchase them now online on your registration. There's a spot that it'll add the $25 and it'll drop down to whatever size you would like for that scout. And we'll make sure we have that ready. So the $25 includes the t-shirt, includes the pre-soak that we do so that the colors stay longer, and then it also includes the dye. So you would just go directly down to the Nature Lodge and at any time on Wednesday, and you would be able to tie-dye those t-shirts. We then would keep them, we wash them, we dry them, and then you will get them back usually on Thursday evening or Friday morning, depending on how many shirts we are washing. All right, so new this year is all day Fantastic Fishing Friday. So before it was only from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Now we are offering activities throughout the entire day. Our fishing committee has been working on fun new activities like minnow races and a bunch of other stuff that's going to be happening down there. So definitely check it out. There's the patch for sale on the trading post for that one as well too. All right. And then this one is called the Bad Axe Paddle Bash, and Chad and our scout shop just sent me over the patch yesterday that they're making for it. So this is a self-guided canoe tour around Bad Axe Lake, and we will have, there is the tour, the aquatics committee is working on where the points are that they're going to need to go on the lake. And we're going to make sure that we have commissioners and other folks stationed around the lake too, so they're always being watched. But you just at least need a buddy, or the entire troop can go down and do this, the Bad Axe Paddle Bash. All right. So then these are the new merit badges that we're offering. I visited a little bit about it before, but archaeology, board sailing, composite materials, plumbing, salesmanship, search and rescue, sustainability, theater, and whitewater rafting. Okay, so now I'm going to show you all how our registration site works. So give me 1 second. Okay. So let me look here. Someone asked in the chat about IOLS training. Yes, we will be offering IOLS training. That is one of the adult leader classes that will be offered. Okay. So For our registration, so this is the Northern Lights Council page, and if you click the Camp Wilderness section, it'll bring you to this. If you click the 2026 register here button, this is going to bring you to the registration page. Right here is the registration page. All of you are already pre-registered for camp. You either have a campsite reserved or you already paid for your Scouts deposits. So you do not click any of these register buttons. What you're going to do is up here is a sign-in button. So you click the sign-in button, and then it might autofill, or else you're entering your login information and you just click login. Okay, so now I know I'm logged in because my name is right here. I click on my name and then I click view activity. This has all of my activities that I have registered for. So if you registered for Scouts BSA Summer Camp in 2023 and you want to pull all of your advancement, you still can do that here. So I'm actually going to go into, let's see here if it will let me. Activity. Let me see here. 1 second. I'm going to go into my registration. Okay, so this is my registration for summer camp. It's going to look a little bit different because I'm on the admin side. But here is where you will enter in all of your Scouts information. So you just click update information. You'll be able to enter their first, their last name, their rank, their gender, if they have any allergies or medical concerns or anything we need to know about prior to coming to camp, fill this out. Dietary restrictions too, please fill this out. Even if you already filled the form out, please also put it here. If you are vegan or vegetarian, you can check mark that here as well. And then down here, there's a spot that says welcome mug. I'm still working with Chad and our Scout Shop person on what that mug is going to be this year. So you can reserve your mug included with that. So if you click the little question mark, it's going to be a snack, a candy bar, ice cream treat, and then 7 refills. If you purchased a welcome mug last year, you can bring that mug back for this year and still use it and purchase a new punch card too. And then here is the shirts for tie-dye as well. So you can enter in your youth, your adults, if you're bringing siblings, all of that comes right here. So I am just going to switch to admin override to show you how to pick your classes. So when you go in, it'll say select classes and you just click that. There's a few different ways you can search for classes here. You can just start typing one in. So say you want to take the Nature Merit Badge. Nature will come up right here. You'll say that it says Block A, Monday, Tuesday from 9 to 11. There's 20 spots available. And you can also see if it's offered at any time else too. So you can click that you want to take Nature. Say then you want to take camping. So camping is offered Block B. You can click that. Say you want to search specifically for Block C classes, you can just click C and it'll show here what all of those classes are going to be. So let's say I want to take rifle, you just click on rifle. Say you want to search just for Block D and you want to take fishing, you can click on fishing. It'll never allow you to double book on a class. At least it shouldn't. I believe I went in and fixed everything. And if you're having trouble when you're registering for classes, please give me a call or send me a text. Because I make a few mistakes every now and then. So I may have made a mistake when I was entering everything in here. And then there is the additional cooking too and the ATV classes. So the ATV classes on here, there is the additional fee that'll automatically add to your registration. Whitewater rafting would automatically, the price would add to your registration. Paintball, if we do add it, again, will automatically add. This year we have gone back to all inclusive for our core merit badge classes. So if you're taking wood carving, the merit badge kits are included with the price this year. If you're taking archery, the archery pen kit is included with the price this year. So you're not going to have to purchase those when you come to camp. Jerry, there is just the select few that do have the additional costs that are ATV, whitewater rafting, paintball, things like that. Chuck, do you have a question? Oh, you're muted.
No,
There
I
you
just
go.
love that everything's included, so we don't have to make a bunch of trips to the trading post. Thank you.
You're welcome. I pushed for it really hard last year, I promise. So I'm very glad that we got to bring that back this year. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's again how you register for classes. It won't let you double book anything. So, and again, if you have any questions, let me know. A few other things that I wanted to show you on here is here under additional actions, there's a couple different cool features that you can do. There's this feature called Parent Portal. So what Parent Portal is say you're a unit that you want the parents to sign up for all of the classes, and you as a Scoutmaster don't want to sign up for the classes, you want the parents to do it, you can do that on here. So you can click this Use Parent Portal, and then you can click the Parent Portal credentials, and it will come out saying whatever the Scout's name is, and you can cut these out and bring them to a troop meeting. They can scan the QR code and they can completely register for classes if they would like to. But if you, as the adult leader, as a Scoutmaster wants to do it, that's totally okay as well. And then this is also an option for Parent Portal. If you are, or if you're a troop that has everybody pay individually, that can be set up on here as well. Okay, let's see here. Oops. Under the reports tab, there's a lot of cool things as well, so check that out. You can print your unit roster, you can print your class summary. There's a prerequisites tab. I'm going to be going in here and updating all of the prerequisites within the next couple weeks. And there's QR codes, so you can print those out and give them to your scouts, and they can scan their schedule if they have their phones with them. If they want phone, or if you want phones, that's completely up to all of you. And then there is the Scout Book export at the end of the week. All of your advancement, you can export it into an Excel document and import it directly into Scout Book. So that's pretty cool too. And then also one for Troop Master. So a lot of cool things on here that you can do. I won't get into it too much anymore, but if you do have questions, please let me know. One thing I do want to also mention is when you are registering your youth and your adults, let me do an adult. I didn't have one on here. So when you are doing your adults and you update their information and you put in their first name and you put in their last name and you put in your member ID and you're like, gosh, why isn't it working? I have everything correct. You need to make sure that the name is correct. So for example, if I went and registered Missy Hendricks and put on my membership ID, it would say it's incorrect because my full name is Melissa Hendricks. So just make sure that the name is whatever they are registered with Scouting America that ties to that member ID, that won't take a nickname on there.
Or autofill from the roster, right?
Yes, it will autofill from a roster as well too. Yep. Thank you for that. Okay. And then the last thing that I wanted to show on here is back on that registration page. If you scroll down here, there's a lot of cool things that you can click onto. So there's the leader's guide, the participant release form for ATV. You can look at the class catalog, the dietary information, trailblazer requirement form. If you want to take your swim test ahead of time before coming to camp, there's that form on there too. So there's a lot of really cool things directly on that registration page. Okay, so back to here, I went over how you log on, your attachments. You can input your roster. We upload the rosters monthly. So if you have new scouts that join mid-month and you need that updated, call Amber in Bismarck and she'll be able to re-update that for you. How to register for classes, we went over that. We went over all of the different reports. We went over parent portal, member renewals, make sure that everybody is renewed on your charter and your charter is done too by the time you register for classes. Couple things here before we finish up. Volunteers, we are looking for a few volunteers. We're looking for weekly commissioners. There is the application that you can apply for online to be a commissioner. We take, depending on how many troops we have, we usually have about 1 commissioner to 4 troops. We are looking for medical staff, so anyone that is over the age of 21 and has a minimum of an EMR certification, we're looking for medics for the week. They would stay in the health lodge, and then meals and everything would be included. They'd just be on staff for the week, basically. So EMR, EMT, nurse, a physician, but they do have to be licensed in the state of Minnesota. Chaplains, I think there's 1 week maybe we're still looking for chaplains. And then we are looking for a little bit of help in the kitchen too, for some volunteers to help cook the evening meal too. So if anyone's interested, let me know. Then again, camperships due on April 1st, both in council and out of council. And this camperships can be for anyone that's in council. If you need to apply for a campership for day camp, for Cub Scout camp, for spring camps, for fall camps, any winter camps, let me know and we can have a campership, have you fill out a form for that too. All right, here again are those important dates. Next week, the biggest thing is next week is that merit badge registration. So try this weekend to get that $100 deposit in per scout, and your life will be a heck of a lot easier come Wednesday. And then there is my contact information. I will leave that up on the screen. But that is all that I have for tonight. I will stay on if anyone has any questions. Please answer the poll if you haven't already, if you're scouts. It doesn't look like everybody took the poll. We have about 45 people on and only about 20 people took the poll. So if you could do that or message me if your scouts would be interested, please let me know. And then I do have, before everybody hops off, Lindsay with our NYLT group. She wants to make a quick tidbit, so just hang tight. Lindsay, go ahead.
Hey, thanks guys. So my name is Lindsay Ani. I am the new, well, I guess early new. I'm the course director for NYLT this year. If you guys don't know what that is, it is National Youth Leadership Training. It's probably the best 5 days that your scout will attend over the summer, besides doing amazing ATV and or paintballing things out at CW. But it's a really great opportunity for leadership training, communication, skills, and that sort of thing. The only requirement that we have is first class, and I think that's all for that, right, Missy?
Yep.
If you happen to, yep, perfect. And then if you happen to know any scouts who would be an ideal candidate, feel free to pass Missy that information and she'll get along that to me. Or if you know someone who might be a good staff member, so that's someone who's been to NYLT previously, let me know. We have got, it's happening at Camp Wilderness June 8th through the 12th with some upcoming dates in between. So have some.
Perfect. All right, I just created a Google form. I dropped it in the chat for paintball. Thank you, Lindsay. So I will be posting this presentation. Yep. So I'll get this recorded and uploaded onto our YouTube page and hopefully get it sent out tomorrow late morning. And yes, you can add to the roster before Wednesday. Absolutely. You can add to your roster after merit badge registration too. You can add to your roster up to a week before summer camp if you would like to as well. So again, in the chat, there's a Google survey if you don't mind taking that quick.
Missy, I was in the camp registration today and I'm not, do we have to upload the roster? Because I don't see any of my troop information in there. And I thought there was a way to add participants, but I wasn't seeing it earlier today. So maybe I just need to look again.
Send me an email and I will work with, because you're Northern Lights Council, correct?
Correct. 279.
Yep. Yep, send me an email and I will work with Amber and we'll get that, make sure we get that updated.
Thank you.
Of course. Someone asked about scuba. We are not offering scuba for this year.
Quick question
it-
about campsites. Of course, scouts will bring their own tents. Are there no platforms at the campsites, correct?
Correct. Yep, you bring your own tents. We don't have any tents out at camp. And
Great.
there's no platforms out there, correct?
Great, thank you.
Missy, some of those other, I think, Wednesday activities that you were talking about with the cool patches, can you talk a little bit about whether those are like mutually exclusive? I know my scouts are going to want to do like all of them.
Yeah, so as long as they do the activity, they can go and purchase the patch in the trading post. And we're gonna have these activities here for a couple of years. So kind of whichever ones you would like to do, you sure can.
Okay, I guess maybe since we're coming from out of council, we may not be here next year. Like if I have a kid who wants to do ATV2 and paintball, would those be concurrent? Would they be able to do both?
Yep, they'll be able to do both.
Amazing. Thank you.
Of course.
We're traveling from Kansas a long way away, and so I had a couple questions about the late arrival on Saturday. We're gonna arrive Saturday. We'll be on the road all day. What do we do for dinner on Saturday and breakfast Sunday morning? Do we go to the local town, or where do we do?
Yep, you go to the local town. There's Park Rapids, which is about 20 minutes from camp. There's also for breakfast a really cool place called Logging Camp. I definitely recommend. It's like all you can eat pancakes. So definitely bring your scouts there because it's worth it. But if you send me an email, I can send you a couple of recommendations on where to go in town too.
Perfect, thank you. Another
course.
question. A lot of my boys wanted to do fishing or fly fishing. Do we need to bring poles, or can we use the poles that are already there?
You can use poles that are already there. We have all that equipment for you.
Thank you.
Of course. Someone asked in the chat about the $80 off. So as long as you reserved your campsite, we will honor that $80 off up until, if say you add a scout a week before camp, I'll still honor that $80 off for you. Few folks in the chat, Logging Camp is the best. Zorbus for dinner too, for sure. Yep. Any other questions? Go ahead, unmute yourself or drop them in the chat.
Could you explain how the parents can pay through the portal?
Yep. So let me pull that back here. All right. So back on the registration page here. So I'm just going to put a name here. We'll just put Johnny Scout. So if you as a troop activate parent portal under the additional actions and then parent portal here, you can use parent portal, excuse me, click the parent portal credentials and then the scout's name. So right here, for example, it says Johnny Scout. So you would cut this out and give it to Johnny Scout's parents, scan that QR code, and it's going to bring them to a registration page that looks very similar to this to be able to register for classes and to pay on there.
Oh, perfect. So we don't need to give them our troop login anymore.
Nope.
They can just go to that.
Correct. Yep.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
So Missy, this is Mike from Glasgow, Montana. I should know better, but can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Okay. I think I double registered because one says not booked, the other one says week 1. And it looks like it's correct so far, but anyway, to remove the second one.
What's your troop number?
It is 0861.
Oh, yep. So you double booked yourself. So I'll delete your in progress one and I'll send you your ID. I'll email you your ID number. So then you can log in under that one.
Okay, sorry.
Nope, no worries. Figure it out. I'm gonna make a note here. I'll do that after the meeting.
Hey,
All right, so someone asked about the motorboating merit badge and the prerequisite to get the boating license. So there's an online course that you can take for that. It is a $35 fee to take that course. If you have one in the state that you live in, that counts. So say you're coming up from Kansas and Kansas has a specific boating course that they need to take. They can take that and bring that up and then they'll be able to go boating. If they live in Minnesota, they can take the one online through the DNR. Perfect.
Personal question about the motorboating. My daughter wants to do it. Will you have anybody on board who's able to sign, or do I need to be there to do sign language?
Sorry, you cut out there to do what?
So my daughter's deaf. Will you guys have anybody there who can do sign language, or do I need to be on the boat as well?
Would need to be on the boat as well. We have one staff member that does sign language, but she's doing coping climbing this year, so she wouldn't be able to sneak away for that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Missy, this is Ed Konechka, Troop 2 in Bismarck.
Sure.
And I shot you a couple texts earlier. I'm hoping at some point to have a conversation about Northern Tier. Doesn't have to be in this venue. I'm kind of waiting. I wasn't sure how long this would last and don't want to hold you late. So I don't know if you want me to just hang around now and have it at the end or if you want to set up a different time.
Yeah, we can visit after the meeting here. That's totally okay.
Yeah, I'll just hang around then.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, perfect. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining. Any other questions, feel free to unmute or to drop them in the chat.
Hey, Missy, on that parent portal, is that something that's available on other registration things as well? Have I missed that or?
Yeah, it's available and like any sort of registration that we have with the council, we can activate it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining.
I had one last question, Missy.
Okay.
If I got all of my scouts requests for periods A, B, C, D, I did not realize that they needed to do the registration also online for whitewater rafting and some other things. Is it okay if I go back and add things later? Like
Sure.
on the 11th, can I book their A, B, C, D, and then after another scout meeting, go back a week later if there's still availability and add the other stuff?
Absolutely. Yep. And say a month before summer camp, they change their mind and they no longer want to take the nature merit badge, you can go in and make those changes. Not a problem.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course.